So I spent the last couple weeks collecting and researching the best NFL nicknames, and today I'm gonna be drawing 4 NFL players, 4 as their nicknames. So let me get started with one of the most popular and highly requested names. Man, so y'all saw Joe Burrow is what we gotta work with in sketch. So obviously, you know, with a name like that, I'm probably gonna aim for an ice type of theme. Maybe draw him in like a cold environment. So I'm gonna work that into the sketch. I'm showing all of this shit. Now this is kind of a pivotal video for me because this is the first time I've tried drawing NFL nicknames. Now I've done NBA nicknames in the past and even recently rapper nicknames. But like I said, this is my first time doing the football players. Later in the video, I'll show you like the full list of nicknames I collected when I was doing my research, but y'all can definitely leave in the comments some of the nicknames I might have missed. But as for this sketch, I'm aiming to draw him in full gear, you know, helmet, shoulder pads, everything, but he's gonna be surrounded by ice. You know, I'm gonna put like ice shards in front of him a little bit and behind him too. You know, he gotta live up to his nickname. Y'all think I should draw snow too? Put a little bit of snow like on his helmet or something? Burrow, you know, he did have another nickname and it was Joe Shiesty. But it came down to Joe Shiesty versus the one I'm doing right now, and I mean, y'all can guess which one I went with. But you know, if I make more of these videos in the future, I might do the Shiesty one too. I was worried about the ice too. This is my first time like really trying to draw ice, so I had to like practice a little bit before I put this on the paper. I'm not gonna lie, drawing that helmet, right, it gave me a lot of issues. It took me a while to get this sketch together and polished, but now, man, I gotta add some ink to this. And I need some crispy, smooth ink lines too, so let me dampen the pencil marks a little bit, but I actually didn't record this part because I had to really concentrate, but you can see what the ink lines are looking right here. And now we got the make or break part of this drawing, and it's gonna be adding some color. But y'all, I do got some bad news. Like, speaking of the NFL, it's bad news with that, but my fantasy football team they're getting destroyed. Like, my current team, like the starters are right here. I'll show my bench too. This is who I have on my bench, but anybody that's in the fantasy football, y'all gotta help me out. I'm getting destroyed every single week. Man, y'all gotta let me know what players I need to add, because I just need to get points. Like, my team just struggles to get points every week. But you know, when it comes to the NFL nicknames, you know, there is some good ones, you know, don't get me wrong, there is some good ones, but I still think the NBA is undefeated. I still think the NBA probably has the best ones. Listen, I'm actually really happy with this result for Joe Burrow, but this next nickname is probably the most requested NFL one I had. Man, y'all know where we gotta take it with this sketch. Y'all know where we gotta go with Tyreek Hill now. I'm actually gonna draw him in more of a Dragon Ball Z art style, like the anime look. I just think it'll go well with this cheetah name. Now, I did use this art style DBZ previously when I drew LaMelo, maybe like 5 or so months ago, and I was happy with the result of that one, so, you know, I wanted to run it back. But cheetah, you know, that name, I'm not like ranking the nicknames in this video, but that gotta be like 1, 2, or 3. It gotta be top 3. Like, am I right? That gotta be like a top 3 nickname in the NFL of all time. You know, I might as well show you like some of the names I gathered, like the list I got right here. But yeah, I'm looking at it. I got cheetah pretty high in the rankings, but I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure there's some I missed. So like, you know, if there's one like I completely forgot about, y'all gotta let me know in the comments. Also, you know, it doesn't have to be limited to the NFL or the NBA. Y'all can like maybe suggest different types of sports, even like maybe WWE or something. Like, just who got the best nicknames you think out of like anything, and I'll maybe try to draw them out. But back to the art, you know, my intention, it wasn't the most like imaginative or creative probably, but I'm just, you know, I'm gonna draw Tyreek's skin like cheetah print. Come to think of it, it probably would have been cool if I drew him like he actually had like fur, like a little bit of fur, maybe incorporated more of like the cheetah look onto him. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like I'm just drawing a light-skinned Tyreek Hill, but when I start adding like the dots on him and stuff, it should look more like his nickname. The one thing I wish I did though was put him in like a running motion. You know, like that would make perfect sense with his nickname and everything, but I should have did that. But honestly, I was still happy with the way this one came out too. So, you know, the first 2 nicknames on this panel, I'm liking them. So let's keep it up. I gotta go into this third one with a lot of confidence. Let's go. But man, y'all can see Derrick Henry, he had to be on this list. He got his name King Henry. Bro, come on, that's crazy. That gotta be on here. So, you know, I'm gonna treat this similar to when I drew King James. Like when I drew that a while back, maybe last year, but probably incorporate a crown on him. You know, I gotta put him with the, you know, the king attire, stuff like that. Let me just get this sketch ready. Now, the one thing I did learn from drawing NFL videos recently, like over the past couple months and stuff, the Baltimore Ravens definitely have the hardest like logo to draw, like that Raven logo and everything. So what I did was I added the crown to his head, and you know, I made sure it like covered up majority of that logo, so I didn't have to worry about that. But going off what I mentioned earlier when I was drawing Tyreek, I think like a next big step for me to take like with these drawings and these videos is definitely adding in dynamic poses, like action poses, drawing them in the middle of running, throwing, maybe tackling, or just a cool pose in general. I think that would bring a lot more interest into the overall piece. So I'm gonna try to incorporate that more. Now, there was another running back I was gonna put in place of Derrick Henry, and it was gonna be Christian McCaffrey. You know, he has the Run CMC name, but I kind of feel like King Henry, bro. Like I said, I had to do King Henry. That's just too good.
One time for the hometown, I got love for it.
Now, when I did the Joe Burrow, I obviously had to add the ice in front of him. I threw in some fire in front of Derrick Henry. One, because I think the fire looks nice, but 2, I wanted it to cover the hands. I didn't want to have to draw the hands either. But we got 3 down in the 4th nickname, bro. It honestly might be the most popular out of all of these. Hey, I had to add Shannon Sharpe. Come on now, Unc, he gotta be on this list. Now, if you're familiar, I'm gonna draw him like he's on his Nightcap podcast with Ocho. So, you know, I'll add in the mic in front of him and everything, but let me add these details to him and then I'll fade to the reveal. But before that happens, make sure you hit the subscribe button first. You know, it does go a long way. I'm gonna be honest, this is probably my favorite NFL panel I made so far on this channel. But y'all let me know your opinions. Which came out the best? Which nickname should I add in the future? And also, I do have videos drawing NFL quarterbacks and NFL wide receivers right here, so you can check them out. But thank you guys for watching. New videos coming soon.